Good morning. Good morning. Hold on a second. Let me get everything. Let me see. Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Good morning. Good morning. Give me just a second. As you get here, make sure you say hello in the comments so that I know you're here. And it's Sunday morning. I'm excited. Let me get my other stuff up and going here on my phone. So give me just a second. With me. So give me just a second. Oh, there we go. Make sure you say hello when you get here so that I know you're here. All right. Beautiful. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning. I saw all your cool little outfits that you got. I was watching your looking at some of the videos, some of the pictures. And so I'm so excited you were able to get all that stuff and you're happy with it. So give me a second. I'm running just a little touch behind today because believe it or not, I don't remember the last time I really slept late. For one thing, the cats won't let me, but I was so tired last night when I went to bed and I slept amazingly well, but I did have a little bit of a headache in the middle of the night and the lightning was like intense. And so I went and got an ice pack and put it over my eyes so that I could sleep better. And the cat came and laid on me and it was like she kept saying good morning, good morning, good morning. And when I took the the ice pack off my eyes, it was bright outside. Holy crap, what time is it? It was 8:30. I cannot believe that I slept to 8:30. And the cats couldn't either because they usually eat around 7. So but it was amazing. I feel so good about it. Um all right, so let me grab this affirmation and journal prompt. I'm excited to share this morning. And as I say that, I wish I could sing better. Went to a party last night, played Mexican bingo called Luteria, and did some salsa dancing. It was fun. Oh, amazing. Well, um, I am too. But the interesting thing is, and I was supposed to go to a concert with my brother last night. And the things happened different with the concert because I don't know what it was. But anyway, so at the last minute, he messaged me and he said that he was going to go to this bar and they were going to have some live music, that I want to just meet him there. And by that time, I had already had time, and like I said, the yesterday I think it was, I had a super busy day. I started early, didn't finish till late, so I was quite tired because I hardly had a chance to eat. It was like very intense day, and so the longer I had to kind of collect myself, the more tired I became. So in the end, I bailed. I said, I appreciate the offer, but I am just so tired. I just feel like I need to just not go anywhere. And so, and then I slept late this morning. I got up feeling great. So I guess it was the best thing. But one part of me thought, is it just that I don't, am I not wanting to go because I'm just used to not going, or what is it? So I fall into all that stuff too. So I don't know if it was the fact that I haven't really been going places much lately because I've been so busy working, or if it was just that my intuition was saying, don't go, get some rest. Because like today, I'm going to use the day to just zen, right? Now, I am going to go to the coffee shop in a little while with my daughter, but I plan on either reading a book or just leisurely doing whatever inspires me in the moment, right? Um, uh, it started raining on us, and it was an outdoor party under the shelter. Wind was blowing, rain all over us, but we just stayed. And let's see what else is it, and just laughed about it. Ah, beautiful! I love that for you, Stacy. That sounds fun. Well, I'll have to share before I get to this affirmation. You know how it's weird how when your dreams will, something that's happening in your outer environment at the time that you're dreaming goes into your dream. And one of the instances I had of that was there was when many years ago, I was in the dream state, and I dreamed that I was at this amazing babbling brook, and that the water was flowing, and I was sitting and I was enjoying the flow of the water, and I'd close my eyes and I think this is amazing. And then suddenly it registered in my mind that that sound was real. And I opened my eyes, and when I did, I saw that there was water dripping from my door frame and in my closet. And it's because that the water heater had busted, and water was leaking. It hadn't really busted. It was leaking really bad. And so water was flowing like a river into my room downstairs, right? Because the water heater was upstairs. But it was like the sound was part of my dream, and it was just really weird. So last night, the funny thing was, I said it was lightning really bad, and I'd gotten up and got an ice pack and put it over my eyes. But I had a little bit of a headache, which was okay. But the lightning was constantly bringing me awake, right? Because I have the design of this house. I have skylights and I have these high windows and different things so that the light comes in a lot. So anyway, as I'm dreaming, before I got up to go get the ice pack, I dreamed that I was watching. Oh, it was something about it was like I could see the the earth in a different way. And all of a sudden this thing that looked almost like a satellite dish comes up off from the ground, and it starts going around the earth, and it's flashing these lights. And so it wasn't lightning from God or whatever. It was this light that was coming from this satellite dish that was going around the earth. So it wasn't really lightning. And what the hell that means, I have no idea. But it was so bizarre when I woke up and realized that it was lightning, and that's what I was connecting into my dream. And what I was dreaming prior to that, I do not know. It was like that's the only thing I remember, and I only remember dreams are weird. The only thing I remembered was the lightning stuff and the satellite dish, and it looked like a regular, dish that you see on your roof. It was just bigger. And so it kind of reminds me of, there was a movie, Contact, I think. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, they had these huge dishes up that they had trying sending out signals and sounds to the skies so that they could get in touch with aliens, right? And so it looked kind of like those. It was really big like that, but it was pointed at the earth, and it was going around, and it was like I was standing there, but I could see it, going around and flashing its lights. Really weird, but anyway. Kind of a weird thing to be talking about this morning, but it was pretty wild. All right, so I'm going to get to the affirmation, and then let's see. Let me paste this here. I have to talk to myself while I do all this stuff. Okay, today's affirmation. I am a magnet for positive outcomes, and I attract the best my imagination can offer. Really, we've talked about being magnetic before, right? And remember, I had you putting a real magnet in your pocket or in your purse to carry with you, to give you that anchor to remember that you are magnetic. So here we are again, and it's like it needs to be said today, right? So today is my day of relaxing and letting intuition guide me on all the things that I'm going to do today. And I was thinking about this morning as I was listening to a podcast, and I see my bra straps showing. I wore the wrong bra. It's a purple one, so if it shows, it shows. But as I was thinking all that, my daughter popped in my room and she said, "What are your plans for today?" And I said, "Well, I'm getting ready to do my live, and then I've got some stuff I want to do." And she said, "Do you want to go to the coffee shop and let's sit and do something?" I said, "Yeah." So it was like, okay. So it all is coming together exactly the way it should. And I'm allowing this magnet that I have within me, right? It's not just the magnet I put in my pocket. It's me that is the magnet. So it is you that is the magnet, right? And so, like last night, Stacy, you said that you were having a great time. And even though it was raining and blowing and everything, you were having fun. You're a magnet to fun, right? So, no matter what was happening around you, it was still fun. Because if you had not been the magnet for fun, you would have gotten aggravated about the rain and you would have gotten upset about the wind and you would have felt like, how did it ruin this whole thing? We were having fun and now this. So see, it shows up all the time how we feel and how we're magnetically bringing out our zone of magnetism, our zone of vibration, right? So you were vibrating magic and the magnet of positive outcomes, right? And so that's what you had. And so it's beautiful to see it right there from you how it works, right? So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when you realize that you are the magnet and that you get to create. That's so delicious, right? Mwah. I love it. And there are so many times in our lives, so I can say in my life, that I've thought, oh, why me? Why not me? Right? And so it's looking at things and realizing that our magnets at work. What are we wanting to magnetize, right? Do you remember me talking yesterday about the car accidents? You know how the I had that long period of time that I was in car accident after car accident, and some of them were kind of serious, and some were not. But some of them totaled in the car, some did not. Yep. So it's time to be magnetically bringing whatever it is you're looking at, right? Why not me? It can be me. It is me. Just grab it and say, it's mine, right? So, like I was saying about the car accidents that I had for quite a period of time there, it was all my state of mind when I was out driving. Not only when I was driving, but before that, because it's like I had this vibration around me of neediness, um, of wanting change and being aggravated with where I was, right? I didn't like where my life was. And at that time, I didn't see how to change it. It was like it felt like it was so with outside of me and that there was not a damn thing I could do. And that's a really tough place to be, right? Because then you feel like you are powerless and everybody else has the power. And that's the state of mind I was in for a period of time there. And everything about my life was so, I don't even know the word for it, but I felt so many times like I don't understand. Can I not do this right? Why does this keep happening to me? And it was all the time in my mind. And I had accident after accident after accident. And like I said, when I was in the most desperate place in my finances, I had one that I got money for. But it could have been even more serious than it was. And so it's almost like I was bringing all of these things at me to wake me up, right? And I finally got to the place where I said, holy smokes, why is this all the time happening? What is it? And it's like it just, I mean, people running red lights, coming into, hi, Rashida. It's good to see you here. Make sure you say hello in the comments, and then because Stacy's here, and then you can join in with the conversation. But it's like the all those accidents that were happening to me, it was, like I said, there were people running red lights, there were people running stop signs, there were people, when I would be sitting at an exit ramp ready to going up to exit, the person behind me, bam, it was like it was all the time. It was almost, and it would be in the side, it was be in the front. It was like they were pretty intense. And it was a lot of stuff to go through. And when I really got to looking back at it, then it was like that's when I started realizing that I was emitting this vibration that was bringing it all to me. And there was even a time before I even realized what it meant. I said, I almost feel like there's a magnet on my car just bringing all these accidents. Somebody wants to have an accident, bam, go to her. And it was intense, and it was so relieving to get to the place of realizing that it was me that was the magnet bringing all that to me. And once I realized that, then I was able to step back and see, well, how can I change this? What do I need to change within me? And once I did that, it stopped. Isn't that amazing to think about? Because, and now not to say I'll never have another one, who the hell knows, right? But I can't even tell you how many. My insurance, I'm sure if any of them had been my fault, my insurance would have canceled me because I had so many. But none of them were my fault. So it was like no big Mickey to them, right? So if I had to have medical care, the other person's insurance would cover it. And my car needed repaired, their insurance would cover it. If it got totaled, their insurance would cover it. But it was a lot of shit, right? And I was drawing it to me. And so I'm so glad, as I've done so much of this work, that I'm no longer that magnet for that. I can be more in control. Oops, let me see, my thing's wonky here. And not to say that things still don't happen, because they do, because we're in the world, and we can be aware of what we're emitting, the vibration that we're emitting out, right? But we cannot control everything. But when we can really grab into the thing that our magnetic ability can be chosen, then this is perfect, right? I am a magnet for positive outcomes, and I attract the best my imagination can offer. And so what does that tell you? Work on your imagination. Get it really honed in, really, really honed in. So hold on a second. Okay, let me copy and paste. All right, so today's journal prompt. Are you ready? Are you ready for today's journal prompt? And before I get there, I want to say, make sure that this affirmation, that you are putting it as a sticky note, or putting it on an index card, or you're putting on your mirror with a chalk marker, or you're making a screensaver on your phone. I don't care where you're putting it, but put it in somewhere so that it is on the top of your mind. And like I've said before, and I know other people say this, so I'm not saying this is just from just me, right? But when you put emotion with these ideas, these thoughts, these affirmations, they have much more resonance within your body. You feel them more, and it changes your physiology. So you don't just say, I'm a magnet for positive outcomes and I attract the best my imagination can offer. Because I'll be honest, when I first started doing affirmations, that's what I did. I thought it was just the saying of it, and then voila, right? But that's not it. You have to have some type of belief, and you have to have some emotion to help move that in your body. And so there's a difference when you say something with excitement, just in how it feels within you, and when you say something just deadpan or with really no real emotion at all. All right, so say it with conviction, with faith, and with joy and excitement. I am a magnet for positive outcomes, and I attract the best my imagination can offer. And man, oh man, can my imagination do some amazing stuff. So can yours. So let's get to the journal prompt. I tried to wink at you there, but my winking thing doesn't work too well. Every now and then it went, but it's all an accident, you know? Hold on. Whoop, where'd it go? There we go. All right. So visualize a scenario where everything goes exactly as you hope. What does this situation look like? And I've talked before about pre-paving and how it's worked in my life with just the example of going to lunch with somebody that was usually a person that really grated my nerves. And I went through this visualization scenario of visualizing the entire trip there. Hold on a second. Let me get a sip of my tea. But I visualized my trip there. I visualized the encounter with this person, having the lunch and leaving. And I envisioned it in a way that was going to be so good. And lo and behold, it wasn't exactly the same. I mean, we said different words and all, but the whole theme of it was just spot on with how I imagined. And a lot of it was exactly as I imagined. And so it's very powerful stuff. So spend some time today to visualize something that's going on in your life that you would like to either change or something that you would like to reinforce, right? Because it's not always used to counteract something that's going wrong. It's used to enforce something that's going right, making it even better. Isn't that beautiful to think about? Got to run for now. See you tomorrow. Hope you enjoy your Sunday. Thank you, Stacy. You as well. You as well. So visualize a scenario where everything goes exactly as you hope. And what does this situation look like? I mean, when you think about that, when you're writing out your journal, so with the journal prompt, you put it in your journal, and there's a lot of people in this group that have journals just for this. And so definitely journal, put the date at the top. And what I say is the best, and you do what you do, you boo, right? But what I say is the best is to put the affirmation at the top of the page, put the date, and then put the journal prompt and just brain dump as much as comes out, right? Just before you start, you write it all out. And before you start writing, you just spend a few moments to just breathe and be silent. And knowing what this affirmation is and what this journal prompt is, then it will lead you to just brain dump so much that you might not have thought of had you not taken that moment of silence. So I invite you to do that and just see how that works for you. So once you do that and you've written out your scenario of something that you want to work on or that is working and you want to make it better, then write that out and then give it a visualization scenario. What does it look like? Right? But then take it a little bit further. How does it feel as you're in there? It's like you're almost like, I like to say it's as if you're later on, you're telling someone a story about something that happened. And you would say, I went to lunch and then all these different people were here. And oh my gosh, it was so exciting. I felt like I was finally listened to. I felt like I was part of the group. And you would start telling them all about it. And you can give this scenario and you write it out as if it's already happened. and you're telling your best friend about how amazing it went, right? And when you do that, you're opening up the possibilities for it going just that way or even better, right? So once you do that, and especially you add in the how did you feel during that process, then when you finish all of that on that page, and there's probably, if you're like me, there's more than one thing that you will be putting on there, then I want you to think about the feelings that you had during these scenarios that you wrote out. What was the feeling? Was it excitement? Was it joy? Was it being heard? Was it feeling right? I don't know. What was that feeling that you had? Happiness, anything. And then I want you to take that feeling and those feelings that were there. And then I want you to think about, how in the world can I create that feeling in my life today? Because it's the feeling that's going to bring it. Like, remember when we were talking just a moment ago about the affirmation, and that it's you are vibrating from your feelings, you're emitting this energy around you, right? And so when you really get in touch through this journaling process of the feelings that you had in these scenarios that are going perfectly right. Yeah, not just a little right, but going amazingly right. So, I mean, it's your imagination, it's your friggin' story. You create whatever the hell you want to. So the sky is the limit. There's nothing you can't do. It's your imagination. Exercise it. Get it as big and loud as you would like it to be. And as you're doing that, then you're going to, hold on, my thing is ringing. So as you're doing that, you're going to then look at all of those emotions that showed up and all of those feelings that showed up, right? And then how can you make that part of your life today? What could make you feel like that today? Maybe, I don't know. Um, but it is, because I don't know what your scenario is, right? But get aligned. When you get all of those emotions and everything out, then you can get aligned right now, today, in that feeling. And by getting into that feeling and doing this imagination stuff, it will get that energy coming to you, that magnetic energy coming to you to make this a successful scenario show up, right? And so it is so worth every single second that you spend there. And so spend some time today. I mean, commit to spending some time today going through this process and reinventing something that magnetically you can bring to you. All right. Doesn't that sound amazing, right? And so tomorrow, just as a reminder, I put a poll in the group and I would love for you to answer the poll. But tomorrow is Monday and we'll be doing our Monday celebration. And then I also do the affirmation and the journal prompt in there. And so I want to make sure that you are aware and you're going to be there, because it's going to be amazing. And for those that are watching this in a different place where it's not part of the Make Lasting Change group, and you would like to be part of the celebration, and because we'll have a lesson tomorrow as well. And what I do is I go and I look at the spreadsheet that has all of the things that you, as you were coming into the group and you answered the questions, it gave me an idea of the things that everybody's wanting to work on. So I've been going in and looking at all of those things and picking out something each week that is wanted in the group. And then I do a little bit of a lesson on that. And so if you would like to be part of that is too, and have what it is you're wanting to work on as our Monday lesson, then definitely join the group, and you go to vickypool.com. That's VICKIE POOLE.com. And then when you do that, you'll be prompted to answer questions. And the thing is, it's a hard, fast rule that you have to answer all of the questions. This is the only way you get in. And I will say that sometimes, I know it's happened to me where I've started to answer questions and then something happens, and either something happens to my internet, or, I click something and then it goes away. I don't know. But I know it's happened to me. So if someone has not answered all the questions, I assume that that's what's happened. And so I will reach out to them in a private message and say, make sure you go back in and answer the questions. And when they do, which a lot of times they do, I will go ahead and put them in the group. But there are times that people don't. And so when they don't, I assume that they were just invited and they really didn't even know what it was. And they do not feel like they would be a good fit for the group. And that is one of the ways that I look to see if you're a good fit. I do sometimes, depending on what the answers are, I'll go and look at the person's profile, because lately I've gotten a few people that are not real. And so it's not just answering all the questions. It's become this where I go and I look to see if the person is actually posting on their page. And I mean, if it's been a year since they posted anything, I assume it's somebody else taking over their account. And it's crazy how all that's happening. But like I said, if you really want to be in the group, if you want to be able to be part of this amazing community, and I'm very protective of it, and I'm getting even more protective of it because of some things that have happened. And so I feel like it's something that I have to really look at, the people that want to come in. And so it's not just anybody. They have to be someone I feel is going to be part of the group and participate and really engage and support others as well as getting supported. So if that's you, like I said, and you're not in the Make Lasting Change group, definitely reach out. VickyPoole.com, VICKIEPOOLE.com, and then answer the questions. And I would love to see you in the group if you're someone who wants to be part of it and is going to participate, support, and be supportive. Be supported. Support others and be supported. All right. So you have an amazingly blessed, magnetic Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then. Mwah.